Hi. Uh, to continue from yesterday, the book by Alan Watts, which I had mentioned, talked about the cause of the illusion that the self is a separate ego contained within a bag of skin which confronts a universe of physical objects. He cites the ancient Hindu philosophies of Vedanta as well as Zen Buddhism to make his points. And I have to say, I had never heard of these concepts prior to beginning this book. This was new to me. It was something I had never considered before, and it gave me something that religion had never given me, and I wanted more. I read all of Alan Watts' books uh, within the next couple of months, over and over, and then I moved on to his contemporary, D.T. Suzuki, who was a bona fide Zen master, um, and whose books are also very enjoyable. Suzuki had been writing a story concerning a Zen master and his student. The master had asked his student a koan, which could be translated as a question. It's a designed question which is supposed to help the student reach a certain level of enlightenment or higher awareness, much in the vein of what is the sound of one hand clapping. That's a koan. Seems to be nonsensical, but there's a purpose behind it. Now, I had read this story dozens of times before. However, this time, as I was reading the student's response, something very extraordinary happened. Time literally seemed to stop. My ego seemed to vanish, and I literally experienced the oneness of myself with everything, with every fiber of my being. Nothing was separate from the one. This may have been a brief experience of Satori, which is, again, could be called understanding. I will not say enlightenment, because it was a brief thing. It may have lasted for a minute or so, but it was earth-shaking to me, to say the least. I had never in my life experienced such a connection with everything. I had experienced truth in its purest sense. This was the day that I stepped onto the path of knowledge. I haunted bookstores, learning quickly to discern between the trash and the truth, because there was a lot of trash out there. And very often a book that I had previously ignored would suddenly catch my attention and turn out to be exactly the book that I needed to read at that exact moment in my life. This goes into synchronicity, the meaningful coincidence concept, which I adore. I have put my faith in synchronicity for years and allowed it to guide me. And it has never failed to find me the right book, to meet the right person, or to find myself in the exact circumstance I needed to be in at that particular moment in my life. For the next 35 years, I continued my quest. I read the ancient Indian sutras, I explored Buddhism, the Mithraic religions of ancient Persia, the Quran, the Talmud, always looking for a common thread, because I believed that the common threads were where the truth resided. There are a number of other authors that I would consider my teachers, but I won't go into detail here, because if I do, this video is going to run into overtime. I will probably leave a text message afterwards with their information. But another point, when I discovered that quantum physicists were writing about the many similarities between quantum science and many of the ideas of the ancient philosophies of the East, I was ecstatic. I hate numbers. I'm a left-handed, right-brain person. I can deal with music, the arts, any of the poetry, but don't talk numbers to me. I detest numbers with a passion. Yet here I was reading books on particle physics, quantum mechanics, and things, because they used words, understandable words, and not numbers to get their points across. This eventually led me into the areas of metaphysics, which I hold near and dear to my heart. I don't know if you can tell here, I basically live in a library. My entire journey is here, contained in my bookshelves. These books are like old friends. I know people who are quite capable of reading who've never read a book in their entire life, and I think that that's really sad. It's such a waste of a gift. But I'll end this video for now. I may do one more on my favorite authors before I get into the death video. Until then, be well, and do yourself a favor and read a book.